Welcome, everyone. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, ready to bring you all the action along with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Eastern Conference battles always fun. This time it's the Cleveland Cavaliers intent on protecting load on his stars. It seems it's getting harder for players to weather big minutes, Steve, these days.
I think it's going to be really interesting going forward to see this Bulls team this year and beyond. Will that wear them down? Their guys played too many minutes. They've had a lot of injuries. I think it's time to scale back on the Bulls.
Near the three-point line, it's Dunleavy. Cans the shot with nobody near him.
His eyes were wide open there, guys. Excellent vision to see they had an open shot outside and get it there.
Dellavedova. And the three off target.
Good solid defense on the perimeter there, challenging the shot and not fouling.
Even the best shooters can be bothered by his defense. Guys, Derrick Rose is a native son of Chicago, and he grew up in the dangerous Inglewood neighborhood, the youngest of four brothers. But from very early on, his talent for the game was apparent. And those older brothers of his, they shielded him and protected him like an ember of hope for the entire family, and he certainly has allowed his light to shine bright.
Bulls trail by 4. Rose with the ball. He's picked up by Dang. Rose kicks to Dunleavy. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Here's Rose. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And this game is tied up now.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Dang passes to G. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Bulls have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Butler against Jack. Pass to Augustine. Launches it. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Irving for 3. They get the rebound. Zeller. Soft touch off the glass. Zeller's got his first basket.
But the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
Here's Boozer. And it's good. Cleveland's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Shot's good from Hawes.
So hard to try to play defense with the height mismatch out there that's on the perimeter. They gave up the three-pointer.
They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Count this. Got his first 3 points of the game.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Irving drives in. Free ball there off the mark from Waiters. Heinrich kicks to Augustine. Good, and Heinrich gets the assist. Augustine's got 5.
I tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
And he gets it to go.
What a terrific job to get the release perfect that time. I thought it might get blocked or deflected, but nice stroke.
Even with giving up a lot of size in that matchup, still able to get off a nice long-range shot there.
Heinrich dishes to Boozer. With the fadeaway. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And an ideal fit.
Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Cavaliers lead by 1. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena.
That's a winning combination.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Chicago right now, up front, Boozer and Noah. Heinrich and Butler at the 2 and 3. And it's Augustine in at the point guard.
Well, The Cleveland Cavaliers were okay offensively last.
Guy who will emphasize it every day in practice, and it's a young group, talented young players who are still growing and still learning. So I think they'll get better defensively by a significant margin.
Chicago was a teen, and then for him on to the United States, a worldly player for sure, and he's been involved in a lot of causes, both here in the U.S. and internationally.
The 9-foot shot.
Because why? This is for the embassy, and I'm trying to go up to school, and you know, to lay me big time, so I can't wait on the line.
2 or 3 from the field here in the second quarter. Irving passes to Waiters. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the course.
Well, guys, as everyone knows, Anthony Bennett was the #1 overall pick this season. And with the rise of the three-pointer in the NBA, the value of the so-called...
And Cleveland the other way now. Here's Waiters. Lays it in without an inch of room around.
Defense is in his face like that.
That shot's good from Hawes. Hawes got
Points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch. Guys, how about the Bulls being able to nab the 5th seed in the East last season, in large part due to how they were able to play on the road? Of course, when you play tough, solid defense like...
Above 500 away from home. That's a real tribute to this team and the coaching staff.
three-pointer, Heinrich. And that one.
That come out of a star's mouth, but his reasoning sounded sound. You have to listen to your body and take it from there. And everybody's a little different in how they respond, not only to an injury, but how they get ready to return and come back to the court. Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one. They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Yeah, they've been the aggressors, Clark, and getting the ball inside into that lane area has been huge for them.
And that is good. And that's now 6 points for Tyler Zeller.
It's a great play under the boards for him, and you know that's the standard that he sets. It seems like all those second chance points, I mean, they're there for him game in, game out.
It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
Here's G. Good, and Jack gets the assist. And the first half is now in the books. Cleveland ahead, leading by 7. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for this.
Follow it up with a better second half. We'll see if that happens here.
Inside, it's Bennett and Verajao. Then it's G. Then it's Dang. That's the group for Mike Brown as we get going here in the second half.
Not trying to rattle any rims or racks there. Just up and in with the finger roll.
To the left side wing.
That's a whole different thing.
Feeds it to Bennett. All alone.
I have to receive
Rebound
my
by
car. I can show you the address.
Butler's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
No, but I'm
Going
just
into the
saying, so
season,
what am I
the
supposed
hopes were high for the Cavs this past year, but the injury bug really derailed them. Injuries to Irving, Thompson, Zeller, and the big one to Verajao.
Last year, Clark was just talking about the Verajao injury was huge as he provided so much for them in the interior. And Irving was in and out of the lineup for a good part of the season. Steve, it was a disaster.
It really was. I'll tell you what, when Verajao and Irving were in together.
Take the lead. Cavaliers leading. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, gentlemen, there has been a lot of pressure on this Bulls team to get to the finals. Derrick Rose thinks that they are set up to win multiple championships. He says, quote, "To me, to win a championship, you need a team full of winners that's willing to sacrifice. We got all the pieces, starting with the front office, our owners, the coaching."
But luckily for him and his team, his teammates have been able to pick him up and get the job done.
Here's Gibson to tie. He lays it in. Gibson's got it all tied up now for Chicago.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
Here's Augustine. Count it. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. And Clark, for Boozer, you talked about his offensive efficiency. Strong, physical player, but he only averaged about, Steve, I think like 3 free throws a game last season.
Well, he's a fadeaway jump shooter. He's an excellent offensive player. Looked like he rushed that one, guys. The defense was out of position. He was wide open, just couldn't take advantage. Looked like the defense was totally scattered on that fast break. Nice job taking advantage there with the wide open 3.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. He had a nice... And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams
to sneak out of round 1 in what was one of the more interesting series of the first round, but then fell to the Heat in round 2.
Noah kicks to Dunleavy, and that one's good. 6 to shoot. A second chance effort. Cashes in for a double-digit lead. Rose was
just going over the plan with his team. He doesn't think they've been giving it their all, saying they've been quicker to rebounds, to every loose ball. We gotta wake up. The game's slipping away, and we're letting it happen. We have...
And Gibson kicks to Rose. Doubled by Verajao. Rose attacking. Banked in off the glass. Now in just the second half.
And that bucket adds to what's been a big differential in points in the paint between these two teams.
Defensively, the intensity just hasn't been.
On the wing, Irving. Good, and Jack gets the assist. And Waiter's a strong-bodied combo guard, taking 4th overall. Clark in the 2012 draft out of Syracuse.
And you know, he's drawn some Dwayne Wade comparisons for his slashing and finishing ability, and I cannot lead. But he's done a really good job of adding muscle to his frame. That work in the weight room.
Go the other way with the ball. And with the big minutes that Joakim Noah is asked to play, it's a good thing he's been so dedicated to staying in shape.
He's another player, Kevin, who does
defense there from Anderson Verajao.
Tough D on the inside.
Put up a roadblock, a construction barrel right there. That's what he brings defensively.
And so Chicago takes this one. And